Assalamualaikum everyone. My group consists of Muhammad Syairan, Muhammad Amir, Aslam Jamili, Muhammad Ihsan and Muhammad Syami will present on the topic of basement. What is a basement? A basement is a part of a building consisting of rooms that are partly or completely below the level of the ground. This is defined by Cambridge Dictionary. The case study for our group will be the Tun Razak Exchange at Malaysia and the Sydney Opera House at Australia.
Project background. The project title is Proposed Development of Tun Razak Exchange Shopping Mall at Jalan Tun Razak, Kuala Lumpur. The building's name is Tun Razak Exchange Mall. It is located at Jalan Tun Razak, Kuala Lumpur, underneath a 10-acre wide Central Park, 6 residential towers and luxury hotel. The date commencement is on September 2017 and the completion is on November 2021. The cost is around Rm 9 billion ringgit and estimated cost for specialists is Rm 1.1 billion. It consists 4-story shopping mall, net lettable area of some around 1.3 million square feet. The additional features sustainability training for the retailers on top of the recent neighborhood development and Platinum Green Building Index certified. Facilities like public transportation, TRX, MRT station integrated with nature and green space, and it also got children's playground in between the shopping mall. It is near with Track KL, Royal Selangor Golf Club, Berjaya Town Square, MRT, Tun Razak Exchange, and many more. Parties involved. The client is Tun Razak Exchange, TRX. The developer is TRX City and Land Lease. It is also got consultant team, architect from GTP Architect, civil structure, KTP consultant. The quantity surveyor is WT Partner AQS, mechanical and electrical is Brunding LY. For the main contractor, Land Lease Project Malaysia, and some specialists for mechanical and electrical is Hitachi. Plumbing work is Quartertech. The fighting from Mark Jaya and Liv Schindler. Next, method of construction. For this project, they use open cut method. Okay, let's go to the procedure. First is excavate. Firstly, excavation works begin here according to the depth of the soil basement. It continues with piling works by using board pile method of construction. The size of pile cap consists of a very large amount of size, which is up to 500 meter cube per pile cap. The soil will be excavated by using suitable plant and machinery. For example, backhoe, bulldozer, and shovel face. Next, construct bottom up. The construction starts with formwork, installation of reinforcement, and this project is fabric reinforcement, then followed by concreting works. The formwork used in this project is specially from Germany. The specialists also come from Germany. The formwork tools are all basically imported and can be used to 8 times. Okay, next is backfill. Lastly, the remaining excavated areas between the basement are backfilled with materials raised excavation. After all the process is complete, the upper floor will start to conduct accordingly.
Problems occurred and steps taken to resolve. Case study 1. The exchange of 106 basement. There are a few problems occurred during the construction, which are soil movement, limitation of activities, water pressure, and limitation of space. First of all, soil movement. During the excavation stage, soil collapse always occurs in all projects to construct the basement. Soil collapse may occur when there is some point that the soil condition is not stable. It can affect the construction cycle and increase the cost of construction. To avoid this problem, the angle of the slope has to be at the appropriate angle. Then, to ensure the soil is strong enough, The slope must be compact by backhoe. Next, protect the slope with a sheet of polythene to avoid moving the soil. Next, limitation of activities. Using open and cut method will cause the site to be exposed to the weather, so construction of the basement will be delayed when bad weather occurs like heavy rain. When this situation happens, all the activities will be limited and will cause the completion time to be extended. During the planning of the work program, the contractor must consider the environment. Before setting the date to complete the basement process, they must know the weather report. This means that the preparation relies on the job schedule and that the delay can be prevented. We move on to water pressure. During and after construction, water pressure is the most difficult aspect to handle. It will affect the movement of machinery during construction and will result in low productivity. Then, after construction, it will cause the dampness. A high water
First of all, I want to talk about the project background, which is Sydney Opera House car park can host up to 1,100 cars and is officially opened by the NSW Premier on 17 March 1993. The cost of this whole construction exceeds 40 million. The Sydney Opera House car park are more commonly known as Benelong Point Parking Station. It has a unique shape and size, and it is the first construction that uses helical underground parking station with huge donut-shaped cavern. This car park has a unique feature of the roof. The roof is not supported by foam concrete arc, or rather it is supported by internal reinforcement comprising of tension McAlloy bars, anchors up to 7.5 meter long and untensioned galvanized dowels up to 4.5 meter long. There are about 2,000 anchors and dowels in the roof. Design of the reinforcement system involved the development of new design method, which is described in paper presented in the 7th IRSM Congress, Aiken, 1991. The parties involved in the project are: the client is the government of New South Wales, which is led by Joseph Cahill and Premier. The architect of this project is John Uitm, but he later on in the construction, John Uitm resigned due to some misunderstanding and a misopinion with the client or owner of the building, and are taken over by Hall Todd and Little more. Next is the structural engineer, which is Owen Arab Partners. Next is the main contractors, Civil and Civic at stage 1, Mr. Hornibrook Group at stage 2 and 3. The stakeholder for this project is public and lottery. Next, the type and method of construction process. First of all, the method of constructing the car park is that the main cavern is excavated to give room for 12 stories of parking spaces. In addition to the main cavern, 16 tunnels had to be excavated, ranging from span 2 meters to 12 meters. The tunnels are for the entrance and exit of the cave of the car park. Next is the excavation is achieved primarily by a Mitsui S200 root header. This machine is the first known machine that can cut through quartz and high silica content sandstone with ease and high productivity. Next, the crown section of the main cavern was excavated by successive widening from the internal outer 6 meter wide heading. Support was installed as the heading was widened 6 meters to 10 meters to 15 meters to 18 meters. Careful monitoring of the roof deflection, rock anchor loads, and roof deformation was undertaken as the span increased. As a check against the design assumption, once the crown was fully excavated, as end supported. A D10 bulldozer fitted with the impact ripper was used for the bulk excavation. This was probably the first underground to use a Caterpillar D10 with an impact ripper. The cavern wall was trimmed by 2K2HD 1250 30-ton excavator and 1K2HD 900 fitted with the Montabert hydraulic impact breakers. This was the machine used to cut up slopes in the cavern walls for ventilation rises and for excavation of the lift shaft. Next, when the main cavern was completely successfully excavated, the car park was constructed in a double helix method. The double helix concrete car park, sinking 12 stories underground. The Sydney Opera House is one of the most famous structures and unique building, and there's nothing close to it. So the donut-shaped helical construction is constructed with a 36-meter diameter column rock at the center. This makes the central column project looks like a donut.
There are some issues and solutions in the Sydney Opera House project. The problem begins when the architect of the project had been tasked with trying to figure out how to cut the number of fire escapes in the design. The original design of the car park was rectangular that will demand a huge number of the fire escapes. They are also thinking about the people that need to drive hundreds of meters in a small tunnel to escape. The solutions for this problem were the architect himself proposed the idea of the circular structure as a way to solve the fire escape problem. In this situation clearly shows that circular shape is helping in space needed for the occupant to escape using a car which is totally different from a regular rectangular car park basement. When the design of the circular structure was accepted by the design members, they got discussed again, and Dr. Philip Belf, which is the geotechnical consultant of the project, said that people must going to have driving all the way down of 12 stories to get to the bottom, and it is some of stressful to get there. When they realized double helix structure is an answer to their problem, they will have an issue with the new design was not the government had accepted in the first place. Government then went to the Independent Commission Against Corruption ICAC to find out whether or not the changed design will make it necessary to go and retender it. The solutions rise up when the government agreed with ICAC advised that the whole process was designed to encourage innovation, and the design team idea about the basement was exactly what it was meant to be. The redesign was approved by the government by the advice of the ICAC.